People at work really like that bell. Yeah, so I broke my ankle. Wah, wah. I don't actually know how that happened. I have two theories. One is that I fell on the stairs earlier that morning, like hard onto my ankle. The other one is I got vaccinated the week before. You guys, I've been a nurse for 11 years and you would not believe the crazy shit people blame vaccines on. It'll be like, my degenerative joint disease in my knee gets worse every year. And you know what else happens every year? And as an orthopedic nurse, I'm like, you age? And they're like, no, I get my flu shot every year. And so I'm not getting it this year. I'm like, great, you'll be sick and have arthritis still. Sorry, babe, I'm so sorry I cheated on you. You know, I got fucked up after my flu shot. They'll blame anything on that. So yeah, see, unironically, I'm an orthopedic nurse. So I still went into work the day that I broke my ankle. Also a childless by choice person. Where are my dog moms at? Everyone who cheered is a millennial. Millennials were taught very few things. We were taught how to use the computer from a very young age, and we were taught not to get pregnant. Do not get pregnant. My dad was a salesperson, so he was like, really would drive the point home hard, and he was like, if you get pregnant, no one's gonna buy a house for me anymore. We will be homeless, and we will have to live in a van. He bought a van, which was nice because they kind of avoided that conversation. Then when I leave the house, he had it parked. No one drove the van, you guys. Like, it was just parked out front of the house. And every time I left the house, he would point at the van with just disappointment in his eyes. My poor dad was thinking of plan A for abstinence. Meanwhile, I was railing lines of plan B. Still works like that, you guys. Round of applause for dogs. Keep that round of applause going if your dog's ever walked in on you doing marital activities. There's a couple of you. The other ones are lying. Your dog walks in. It's a childless thing where like we leave the door open and we have a bulldog, so she's like standing in the doorway like, and she does the bulldog thing when they're interested where they're like, it really keeps the mood going. It's nice. Yikes. We had to leave her home tonight because I didn't want her to hear that. She always looks so shameful, and I know why. So, yeah, more about my dad. He's like terrified that he's gonna die at any moment. He turned 65, got Medicare, and was like, I'm gonna die. Like, everybody's voting early. That's great. I'm all for voting early. Everybody has their reasons. Go out and vote. My dad's reason was like, I could die tomorrow. I'm like that? I thought it was like, I don't want to stand in line. So, yeah, he got like hernia repair, and so he's got like mesh in his pelvis, and so he kind of like perseverates there. And he's like, something's going wrong here. There's something foreign in my body. It's not okay. He's done that so much to the point where he's got like pelvic floor dysfunction. They call it a tension headache in your pelvis. And no one could figure out what was going on at first. So he went to several different specialists and eventually went to Mayo Clinic just to find out that my mom was right all along and he needs to do some yoga. He's too proud to like go to the classes, so he does yoga on YouTube. And my mom told him to go to like yoga with Adrian. So yeah, you guys do yoga with Adrian. See? Get some fist bumps. Adrian. Don't do yoga with Adriana, though. That's different. My mom came home one day and my dad's like, why do they call it cat and cow? And so if you guys, my yoga with Adrian, people know cat and cow is when you're on all fours and you like arch your back and curve it. I'm doing the opposite of what I'm saying, but you guys get what I'm saying. And he's like, yeah, she only did cat and cow the entire time. I couldn't really see what she was doing because the microphone was set up, or the camera was set up behind her. And she's like, what does Adrian look like? And he goes, oh, she doesn't show her face. You have to subscribe to get the full video on a different site. Now I had to tell my dad that he couldn't use his health savings account card for his OnlyFans subscription. So that was a fun conversation. It's kind of probably payback because he took me to lunch the other day from work and I like plugged my phone into his Apple CarPlay to like get the directions up for where we're going to lunch. And it immediately started at the special spot in my audiobook that I left for myself for after work. It was pretty smutty and it was straight to the point. I plugged my phone and it was like, he removed his boxers and his cock sprang free. My dad goes, Jesus Christ! I was like, that was research for a joke. Let's be real, those books are way too popular. I'm throwing my money at them. And like with the amount of people that wander around with an AirPod in their ear while they're doing chores, you know that like right now there's probably a middle-aged woman at Target and in her ear is like, he pressed his generous length against her needy heat. And she's like, yeah, let's grab some 2-ply. So has anybody ever heard of Cameo? The website where you can pay, you guys have, you've heard of it? Yeah, you can pay celebrities to say like whatever the fuck you want. Don't tell your husband about it though, because then he'll hire D-list celebrities to roast you. He raised his hand. Yeah, I have like a video of William Hung telling me how bad of a singer I am. You guys remember William Hung? He's the American Idol She Bang guy. Well, to me, he's the Gretchen. You have no internal metronome guy. Thanks, William Hung. I know. I just heard recently too that there's people that don't have like internal monologues. Did you guys ever hear about that? Like, what do these people do? They just like lie down at night and go to bed? I have ADHD. I have like 2-3 internal monologues at any given moment. One's like a responsible one. She's like, all right, we're going to bed now. And then the other one's got the ADHD and she's like, how old was Patrick Swayze when he died? And she's like, shut up, we're going to sleep. And then there's a third one, like if I drink caffeine after 5 o'clock, where she just sings like show tunes. So meanwhile, I got going on in my head like, let's try some guided meditation. Let's do like a body scan so we can go to sleep. And then the other one's like, what year did the Titanic sink? And then we got, come and knock on my door. Shemazel, Hasselbecker Incorporated. Now Now you guys see what William Hung was talking about. Thank you guys, you've been great. We're gonna take a little break and then we're gonna